Good morning, children. Welcome to Blue Stars High Secondary School, Class 6, Subject English, Topic The Quarrel Poem. Let's move on to the meanings. Quarrel, clashed or to fight. Fell out, to make something fall. Slight, small. Black, unhappy. Thumbed, hit hard. The poem The Quarrel was written by Eleanor Forgione. Students, let's move on to about the author. Eleanor Forgione, an English author of children's stories and plays, poetry, biography, history, and satire. She was born on 13th November 1881, London, England, UK. UK means full form of United Kingdom. And dead 5th June 1965, Hampstead, England. Notable works: Morning Has Broken, Gypsy and Ginger, The Little Book Room. These are all the main notable works of Eleanor. Okay, students, listen carefully. I explain the poem line by line. The poem The Quarrel, written by Eleanor Forgione. Students, before starting into class, I'll ask few questions for you. Okay, students, tell me, do you all love your brothers and sisters? Yes, almost we love our brothers and sisters. Okay, students, can you see these pictures? Yes. What are the boy and girl doing? Both of them go to school. Okay, students, can you see this picture? What are the girl and boy are doing? Yes, they are arguing and quarreling with each other. Students, what is mean by quarreling? Quarreling means they're fighting with each others. I quarrelled with my brother. I don't know what about it. The poet says she quarrelled with her brother. She don't know what about. One thing led to another, and somehow we fell out. She started with one thing and ended that serious things will happen. The started of it was light, the ended of it was wrong. They start with a small fight. They starting with fighting small matters and soon end up small matter. And he said he was right. I know he was wrong. My brother said he was right. I know he was wrong. The small quarreling turning a fight. She said my brother was wrong and I was right. Yes, he was wrong and she was. We hated one another. The afternoon turned black. She said we started fighting, quarreling. We started quarreling and we hated each other. Then suddenly my brother thumped me on back. Suddenly my brother came, thumped me back. Then she said that we hated each other and her brother thumped me back and said, "Oh, come along, we can't go on all night." Her brother said that we can't fight on whole night. Then I was in wrong, so he was in right. Now poet realized the brother was right. Finally, they became friends. Okay, students, listen carefully. I recite the poem. The Quarrel was written by Eleanor Forgione. The quarrel. I quarreled with my brother. I don't know what about. One thing led to another, and somehow we fell out. The start of it was slight. Slight means small, okay? The end of it was strong. He said he was right. I know he was wrong. We hated one another. The afternoon turned black. Then suddenly my brother thumped me on the back and said, "Oh, come along. We can't go on all night." I was in the wrong, so he was in right. Written by Eleanor Forgione. Okay, students, let's move on to the summary part. The poetess is trying to explain how quarrel between two siblings began and ended without any reason. The poetess says that she quarreled with her brother over something and she was not even aware they the why she was quarreling about, though it was started on small topic, but it became serious. Both of them started to dislike each other. In the afternoon, she was sad. Suddenly, her brother patted on her back and accepted his fault and asked her to discontinue the fight. Then, so in this way, he was actually right. It shows his generosity and love for his younger sister. Okay, student, finally the poem says about the brothers and sisters. They fight with each other, but at the end of the day, they can't live with each other. They can't live without talk to each other. Okay, students, listen carefully. Let's move on to the uh, rhyming scheme. Okay, rhyming scheme is the pattern in which the last words in lines of poetry rhyme. We record rhyming lines with letters. The first two lines that rhyme would be A. The next two would be B, and so on. The rhyming lines do not have to come right after one another. This is the definition of rhyming scheme. Let's move on to the examples of rhyming scheme. This is a example poem. Listen carefully, student. I recite the poem and which words are rhyming scheme. A mighty creature is the Job, the small than the Pachyderm. His customary dwelling place is deep within the human race. His childish pride he often pleases by giving people strange diseases. Do you, my puppet, feel inferior? Students, in first line, germ is the rhyming scheme, and the second line is germ is used to A, and pachyderm is A, and third line place is B, and fourth line race is B, and places C, diseases C, infirms A, and last line germ is A. Finally, the rhyming schemes are AA because German packet and place race because BB pleases diseases CC infi germ AA. Finally, the rhyming schemes are AA, BB, CC and again AA. This is the example of rhyming scheme. Now we are going to see in this poem, The Quarrel. The rhyming schemes are I quarreled with my brother. The brother is A. I don't know what about is B. One thing led to another is A. And somehow we fell out. The start of it was slight is C. The end of it was strong is D. He said he was right is C. I know he was wrong is D. And finally, the rhyming schemes are AB, CD. Okay, student, next move on to the next paragraph. Listen carefully, students. I'll read next stanza. We hated one another. The afternoon turned black. Then suddenly my brother came, thumped me on the back, and said, "Oh, come along. We can't go on all night." I was in the wrong, and so he was in the right. In this stanza, the rhyming scheme are another. Another is A. The rhyming scheme another is A. Then the rhyming scheme black is B. And third line brother is A. See another brother is same sound. Then back is B. Listen carefully, students. Black is same sound and same BB. Then come along is C. Night is D. And wrong is C. C, students, listen carefully. Along, wrong is same sound, so CC. And night and right is same sound, so DD. Students, in this poem written by Elinor Forgione, and the rhyming schemes are AB, first AB and AB, CD and CD, because another and black is AB, brother and back is BC, along and night is CD. Finally, the last two lines, wrong and right is CD. Students, I hope you are all understand the rhyming scheme. Okay, students, next move on to the rhyming words. Students, tell me what is mean by rhyming words? Yes, rhyming words that same the sound at the end the same way. See the examples: pop plus hop, sip plus dip. See the same sound at the end the same way. Then third example is wet plus pet. it sound. Rug plus mug. Next, students, listen carefully. Here are some examples of rhyming words. These are all the just examples of rhyming words. Ring, sing, zero, hero, two, shoe, three, tree, four, door, five, have, pen, men, dish, wish, main, pain, meet, greet, care, dare, black, lack, attack, smack, all, ball, call, hall, and can, fan, and man, pan, bar, car, star, tar, eight, date, dog, hot, king, ring, den, hen, bed, head, fate, mate, found, ground, cup, rub, bun, fun, gun, one. At last one is done, none. Okay student, these are all the examples of rhyming words. Now we will see in the poems. I quarrelled with my brother. I don't know what about. One thing led to another, and somehow we fell out. The start of it was slight, the end of it was strong. He said he was right. I know he was wrong. Okay students, in this stanza, brother and another is same sound, and the rhyming words are brother, another, and about, fell out is the same sound, and the rhyming words are about, fell out, slight, right, and the rhyming words are slight and right, strong and wrong, and the rhyming words are strong and wrong. Let's move on to the next stanza. Listen carefully students. We hated one another. The afternoon turned black. Then suddenly my brother thumped me on back and said, "Oh, come along. We can't go on all night." I was in wrong and so he was in right. Okay students, in this stanza, the rhyming words are another and brother, black, back, along, wrong, night and right. Next, move on to the theme of the poem. The poem The Quarrel was written by Eleanor John. The poem is based on siblings' love and friendship. Siblings. Sibling means your brother or sister or cousin. The poet of the opinion that siblings often quarrel and fight with each other with or without reason, but they does not mean they will remain upset for the whole night. This theme says about siblings and the brother and sister relationship. They fight with each other. Read and write the poem The Quarrel. Thank you, students.